Alright, so what is up boys and girls, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I want to talk about another little topic that seems to be going around quite often, especially as we're in the off season. It's a topic that most people always ask but never really know what is the right answer. As you guessed by the title, it's about off season and cardio. Now before I get into this video, I just want to say firstly a massive apology to all my loyal subscribers out there that have been waiting for the frequent uploads and content. I know the last couple of weeks I just haven't been uploading that frequently. The last couple of weeks there's been personal reasons behind it, but I just haven't been able to really focus on my YouTube channel and get daily content up for you guys. But I'm back for you guys, and I want to make sure I try and bring some more content like this video where I'm answering some questions that people have been asking me in my DMs on Instagram or on Snapchat. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you have any other questions that you want to ask me and I can answer in a separate video and explain a little bit more in detail my opinions and my tips and advice, let me know by leaving a comment down below on what that question is that you would like me to answer, or if there's anything else that you want to see on my YouTube channel. But anyway, let's get into this video. I want to talk about off-season cardio. I see a lot of people asking the question, not just to myself but to many people, and it's about, should we apply cardio into our off-season plan? Now in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I would say cardio should be applied into our off-season program. Whether it is you're bulking, you know, a hardcore dirty bulk, or if you're doing a steady lean bulk, no matter what it is you're doing, I definitely recommend cardio should always be in your plan all year round. In the off-season and pre-contest, of course, because that's what's going to help us lose weight. So the question is why should we add cardio into our off-season? Because cardio is what helps us burn calories. And when we're in the off-season, the goal is to try and consume as many calories as we can to put our body into a calorie surplus to add more muscle tissue. So why are we going to add cardio in? Because that's going to do the opposite effect and burn calories. But cardio can actually do a lot more than just burn calories. I'm going to start off by first of all talking about cardiovascular fitness and keeping our heart in great condition. As we go into the off season, we want to make sure we keep our health as healthy as possible, and its main focus is our heart. We need to keep our heart in great condition, and adding in cardio in our off season is going to help keep our cardiovascular fitness in check and also keep our heart in great condition. As we go into our off season, you know, if you're a 200-pound bodybuilder, that's not so bad, but when you get into the 250 or higher range in pounds of muscle, you're going to be putting a lot of demand and a lot of stress on your body, and mainly your heart. Your heart is going to have to actually work overtime to help push blood around the body. So we need to make sure we keep our heart in great condition all year round, because our health comes first. We want to add tissue, of course, we want to add muscle, we want to add mass, but overall the way we're going to be able to do this is by staying alive. And the way to stay alive is keeping our heart in great condition. So that is why cardio should be applied in your off season. As well as keeping your heart in great condition, what this is also going to help do is help keep blood flow more efficiently around the body. So you're going to be able to push blood a lot quicker and more efficiently around the body, which is also going to help push those nutrients that we're intaking into our muscle cells a lot quicker, which is going to aid in recovery. So you're going to be able to go back into your next session a lot stronger, because you've got to remember, we're going to be putting a lot of stress on our body in the off season, because the goal is to lift as heavy as possible. So we're going to be breaking down the muscles, and we need to push the nutrients in to repair those muscles so we can go back into our next workout a lot stronger. So that is why it's also key to add cardio into our routine, because it's going to help that efficient blood flow, and it's also going to help push nutrients into the muscles and rebuild our muscle tissues a lot quicker and boost our recovery. Alright, so another reason why to implement cardio into our off season is to help increase our appetite. As a lot of us know, when we go into our off season, when we're bulking, we need to push our calories as high as we can, putting our body into a high calorie surplus to allow our body to add muscle tissue and overall body weight. But sometimes we can have problems with this because our appetite just isn't there. We don't really want to, you know, eat 150 grams of oats or 15 egg whites or whatever it is. You know, when it gets to your 6th or 7th meal at the end of the day, you just haven't got that hunger anymore and you don't have the appetite to get that meal. A bit of cardio here and there in your routine is going to help increase your appetite. So it's going to make it a bit more easier to be able to consume those calories and get them in without having to force it in and feeling sick and feeling discomfort. So cardio in the off season is not just going to help keep your heart in great condition, it's also going to help increase your appetite so you can get more calories in. If you get more calories in, it's going to result into one thing: more mass, more growth. Now who wants that? We all do. And finally, another reason why to implement cardio into our off season is just so we can overall keep ourselves in a good enough condition. Now, as we go into off season, a lot of people tend to get too sloppy and they gain too much fat. While implementing cardio into our off season routine, this is going to help keep some sort of guideline with our condition. We're not going to stay in great condition. We're not going to stay stage ready and completely shredded to the bone. It just doesn't happen. We're going to actually add on some mass and we're going to add on some body weight somewhere down the line in our off season. But with the cardio added into our plan, this is going to help us to some extent, keeping some good condition so we know where we are. Now, my rule of thumb is when it comes to your off season, the main focus that you want to think about is if you're going too far with your bulking, are you gaining too much fat, is as long as you can see the outline of your abdominal muscles, you're in good check. If you have fat calibers that you can use them, and you want to be somewhere below 15% body fat. If you're any higher than 15% body fat, this is when you're going to cause problems and you're just going to have a really horrible off season. You're going to gain more fat than you are muscle tissue. Then when it comes to your diet, your prep, pre-contest, whatever it is, what will happen is, one, it's going to be a lot more harder for you. You're going to have to work a lot harder to burn that fat off. And also, you're probably just going to end up going back to the last like size that you was on the last show that you done or the last diet that you done, because the majority of the weight that you gained was just fat and it wasn't muscle tissue. So you want to keep somewhere in the guideline and keep your body in check, and that's why off-season cardio is a good way to help do this. I would say 3 times a week is minimum that you want to do with your cardio. If you want to add in more cardio, you can. Some people use different methods of cardio. It doesn't just have to be on the Stairmaster or on the treadmill or some sort of cardiovascular fitness machine. You can do other sorts of cardio exercises where it could be, you know, going out for daily walks in the evening or in the morning. It could be swimming. Some people do MMA fighting. Some people do cage fighting, boxing, sparring, you know, playing football. All these different activities are some form of cardio and some form of, you know, expending energy, and that's what the main goal is when it comes down to cardio. So it doesn't have to be just on the treadmill for 20 to 30 minutes. It could be any activity, but I would always say just keep it to a minimum. 3 times is the minimum, and you know, if anything, I'll say 4 to 5 is the maximum, depending on what your body type is like. If you're someone that's a hard gainer, you know, if you find it really hard to add on mass, you won't need to do as much cardio because you're struggling already to grow and add size. So the last thing you want to do is doing cardio on top of that. But if you're somebody that's on the other end, where you're an endomorph, where you can grow muscle fairly good, but you add on quite a bit of fat at the same time, that's probably the person that wants to probably add in 3 days of cardio, 3 times of cardio a week, or maybe a little bit more, depending on the body type, like I said. So in my opinion, overall, cardio in the off season, I would say yes, we should do it. 3 times minimum, but depending on the person, depending on their body fat percentage, where they're at their starting point, or if they're somewhere down the line, that you'd have to judge yourself. But a guideline is 3 times a week minimum, 20 minutes to 30 minutes max. And there's some of the benefits of why cardio should be added into our off season. So I hope this did help you out, and I hope it did answer your question of if you should add cardio into the off season or not. And like I said at the beginning of this video, if you have any other questions and you want me to answer them in a separate video for you guys, just let me know by dropping a comment down below, asking your question, and I'll make sure I get a video up for you guys. If you want to privately email me a question, if it's more of a personal question that you want to ask me, you can email me at the email that's in the description below, and I will personally email you back with all the information and all the advice that I can give you. So other than that, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up for me, and like I said, I do apologise of the lack of content the last couple of weeks, but I am back and I will be trying to get more content up for you as much as I can. So stick around by subscribing to the YouTube channel, and of course, as always, stay safe, guys. Make it happen. Peace.
Keep chasing shadows, they're always on.